Okay, so for some students, this is a more difficult question because they're looking at the first equation and they have no idea what to do with it. I'm going to say for the most part, you should start to realize that it's something to do what we've done in the past. I'm going to rewrite it, and I'm going to solve for y. What are you going to get? Xy is equal to 2. I'll divide both sides by x, and what do you get? Y equals 2 over x. So I'm going to say I'm sort of familiar with that from the rational problems that we've done. And I'm going to say it looks like this over here. And it's crude, though. That's my rational function, by the way. I want to do the other guy, though. The other guy is simply just a line. It's a line. I'm going to solve that for y, too. And what are you going to get? Well, you can get 3x plus 4 equals 2y, or y would equal, I'm going to divide by 2 now, 3 over 2, x, and that will be plus 2. And I'm going to say, kind of looking at it, I know it's got a positive slope and a y-intercept of 2, so I'm going to say maybe something like this over here. And I'm clearly seeing 2 points of intersection, but I have no numbers down to determine what those points are. But I'm expecting to see 2 points. So what I want to do is, we'll look at a better picture later. I'll certainly be able to read the points from a better picture. But right now I want to use substitution again. And someone says, what substitution are you going to use? Well, let's go through it, and I'll write it down for you. I guess I need to solve one of the equations for either x or y. And I think I've done that already. I've done it right over here. And that was the first equation I solved for y. I'm going to plug into the second equation now. What are you going to get? 3x. And then you get minus 2 times y. And we determined y was 2 over x. And that would equal the number minus 4. I would multiply both sides by x. I get 3x squared. Then I get minus 4 equals minus 4x. I multiply by x. Quadratic in form, I get 3x squared plus 4x minus 4 equals 0. And I'm going to make some attempt to factor that. Again, if it doesn't factor, I got troubles. I got the quadratic formula to deal with. And let's take a look at that. I'm going to say 2 plus 2 minus 2. But saying something when it's not true is probably not a good idea. Let's take a look at that. 3x squared, that worked beautifully. You get 6x minus 2x is 4x. Yeah, it works beautifully. So my answers are going to be as follows. X could be minus 2. And the other one is x could be, that would be what? Let's take a look at that. That would be 2/3, right? So I think I know the points. I'll put them down over here. The point here is where x is minus 2. And what's the y going to be? Well, I'm going to look at this thing over here because it's the simplest thing to look at. And you get 2 divided by minus 2, which is minus 1. I'm going to do this point over here, and I'm going to say it's 2/3. And 2/3, I'm going to plug it in. And again, we're plugging it in here. You're going to get 2 divided by 2/3. Maybe I should write that down. 2 divided by 2/3. That's the same thing as 2 times 3 over 2. So that'll be 3. All right? So I got 2 points, and I got this point and that point. Let's look at our key, see how we did. And I want to look at it. And I got the 2/3, 3. I see that there. And the other one's minus 2, minus 1. I want to look at the better picture, though. All right? The better picture's over here. I'm going to get my ruler out again. And as I do that, these are pictures that are drawn by a machine, by the way. I'm going to look at this thing over here. That's certainly not an integer, is it? And I look at that, I'm going to say it looks roughly about 2/3 of the way over. Let me put that down for you. The x, roughly looks like 2/3. Let's look at the y value for that. And kind of looking at it, I'm using a ruler for a reason, by the way. It sure does look about 3. Is that in agreement with this? It is. Let's look at the other one. And this one over here is a point. It looks about minus 2. And what would the y value be? Again, we're looking at a picture that's drawn by a machine. It looks about minus 1. Is that what we're getting over there? It is. So the pictures are certainly lending us to a conviction that we got the right answer. Not only the key present that, but the picture presents it. Thank you.